practicing medicine or something like that. So we just want to make sure we're on the up and up here. But that's the plan, at least. Whether we have the cash prizes or not, we will be able to announce that tomorrow night. The program is free, okay? And if you sign up for it every day, you'll get a link to a short video, about 6 minutes long. Each of those daily challenges that we give you are the same as those in the Methuselah Factor book. And you can buy it on Amazon. I saw Amazon had it on sale recently. I don't know if it's still on sale, but normally it lists for about $19. So we have them for $15 tonight if you want to pick up a copy of the book. But you do not need it to benefit from it and to go through the program, because that 30-day program, those 30 daily goals, are actually all things that are in the video program. Of course, the videos are not as detailed as what we have in the book, but we give you all the high points there to put the program into practice. Okay, so let's give you some things that you can do to improve your blood fluidity. So, like I said, don't forget this. 30-day program, official launch date is when? That's right, Sunday, November 9th. And how do you sign up for the program? Online at timelesshealinginsights.org. Tomorrow night we're planning to have these sheets for you. And these sheets, it'll be a full page, front and back. And basically it gives you different challenges each day. That's what the videos cover. For example, on day 3, you're going to choose to increase the amount of physical activity you get. You can decide by the day or by the week. So you could say, Dr. Derose, right now I'm getting, I get exercise every day. I walk out to my mailbox at the end of my driveway. And you say, I'm going to challenge you to get more exercise. So you might say, well, it takes me about a minute to walk to the mailbox and back. Maybe it's a long driveway. Maybe you're just not in very good shape. I don't know. And you say, I'm going to increase it to 2 trips to the mailbox each day. 2 minutes of exercise a day. Now, I will warn you, the very first day of the program, we encourage you to be bold. Don't try to see how small a changes you can make, because if you want to see significant progress in 10 days or 30 days, hopefully you're going to make some significant changes, right? Anyway, day 4 in the Methuselah Factor book. Day 4 in the videos, we're going to challenge you to eat more beans. That's right, eat more beans. Do you know beans are one of the most powerful foods for your metabolism? Amazing. They lower cholesterol. They help to stabilize blood sugar. They are loaded with nutrients, including magnesium that we talked about last night. Okay? Tonight, what I'm going to do for you, because I know some of you, if you're like others, you say, I don't have an internet, I don't have any way to sign up for a program, then we're going to give you 10 things you can do tonight to improve your blood fluidity. So we'll spend about 20 minutes giving you 10 things you can do, and then we'll take your questions, okay? 10 strategies to help you improve your blood fluidity. Here's the first one. Donate blood. How many of you are surprised? Yeah, this is amazing. When we wrote our book, 30 Days to Natural Blood Pressure Control, we found some fascinating research from Europe. They looked at people who were identical in every way, 2 groups, identical in every way except for one thing. One group was donating blood 4 times a year. The others were never donating blood. Would you like to guess the difference in their blood pressure? 12 or 13 points. Regular blood donation. Regular blood donation improves blood fluidity. When you improve your blood fluidity, you improve your blood pressure as well as other things. So donating blood is a powerful thing that you can do. Okay, this is the study. You can see 12.2 point decrease in the upper number, 6.9 point drop in the lower number. Donating blood 4 times a year. That's all it took. Say, wow. Okay, second thing you can do to improve your hemorheology is keep one of these things around. Do you have a drinking fountain here, Pastor? Yeah. Okay. If any of you need a drink. One of the best things you can do to improve your hemorheology, your blood fluidity, your Methuselah factor, those are all synonyms, is drink more water. Fascinating study done some years ago. Surprisingly, more people don't talk about it. This was looking at thousands of people and the likelihood of their dying from a heart attack. I personally met the author of this study, the lead author, Dr. Jacqueline Chan. And Dr. Chan was telling me, right after the study came out, she said, I had this idea that if we looked at how much water people were drinking, we could predict whether they would die or not from a heart attack. And she said, my colleagues all laughed at me. They said, you're not going to see anything. Drinking water and seeing if it's going to prevent a heart attack, what she found was astounding. She found that it took very little water, actually, to make a huge difference. She looked at the people who never drank water first, or virtually never, or virtually drank very little, less than 2 glasses of water per day. And she compared them to people just drinking more than 5 glasses a day. This is not a huge amount of water, right? Well, it may sound huge to you if you're like the people that were less than 2 glasses of water per day drinkers. But look what she found. If you look at this graphic, whether you looked at the men or the women, it cut the risk of dying from a heart attack in half. That is astounding. Just by doing what? Drinking a few more glasses of water a day. Now, whenever I show this slide, I know what someone's thinking. They're thinking, yeah, that just proves it. I'm going to tell that person back home, that's why I'm drinking all that Coke. Because I can't get that water down. I got to get my water, and I'm getting my Coke. Now, some of you are looking very skeptical. You say, I'd never touch that Coke. Pepsi, that's the only thing that I'll drink. Okay, well, what about the Cokes and the Pepsis and the iced teas and the, what do you think? Let's take a look. Dr. Chan looked at this too. She found it was just the opposite. When she looked at all the other beverages that people were drinking. Now, you might ask me, last night I mentioned hibiscus tea helping blood pressure. I can guarantee you there were not a lot of people drinking a lot of hibiscus tea in this study, okay? But the typical beverages that people drink, the more they drink of them, the higher their rate of heart disease death. The less they drink of them and the more water, the better. Simple, but powerful. Here is something really interesting. Can water help you lose weight? These German researchers looked at it and they found that if you drink, this water container here actually contains more than 500 cc's. 500 cc's is about the size, one of those standard water bottles. It's a little bit smaller than this. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyone have a 500 cc water bottle with them? Perfect. Hold that up. That's 500 cc's, okay? So you can look, maybe it's 486, but that looks like about 500 cc's. If you drink that much pure water, it will raise your metabolism 24% for an hour. In other words, you're going to be burning more calories. So they actually found that water helps with weight loss. Say, but Dr. Derose, I can't drink that water. I got to have the vitamin and the fruit-infused, vitamin-enriched water. Well, they looked at that. It doesn't work. It has to do with we call it the osmolality, the concentration of the water. The pure water somehow induces these metabolic effects that can either help keep you trim if you're thin, or help you lose weight if you feel you got some pounds to lose. You say, well, Dr.